Welcome to John Lewis Memory School. Lesson for today is three types of information. They are one, concrete words, number two, abstract words, and number three is numbers. So what are concrete words? See, let us take these four examples: binocular, tire, tiger, and radio. The moment you read the word, it creates some image in your mind. For example, binocular, immediately you will get this picture. Not exactly this picture, something based on your experience, you can see the picture of a binocular in your mind's eye. Same way, tire, tiger, and radio. These words will trigger some image in your mind based on your experience. So these kind of words are called concrete words. Those words which trigger some image in your mind as and when you read are called concrete words. So now let us take the next type of words, abstract words. So for example, let's take these three words: Willamette, Fujiyama, Helsinki. So do they create any image in your mind? Of course, they are not, at least for me. When I read the word first time, I did not get any picture in my mind. So these words are abstract to me. So it may be pictorial to you. So it based on individual's experience. So in fact, Willamette is one of the rivers passing through Oregon State in USA. And Fujiyama is one of the extinct volcano in Japan. And Helsinki is the capital of Finland in Europe. So they are all different. One is river, the other one is mountain, the other one is a city's name. See, all these names are abstract. So even though it is, we know it's a river now, and it's a mountain and it's a city, is there any guarantee we'll be able to recollect these words? Any guarantee that it creates some image rather than the general image of a river, mountain, and Helsinki? There's a city. Can you exactly get back the name when we want it back? There's no guarantee because these words do not create any image in our mind's eye. It creates only a general image. So these kind of words are called abstract words. The words do not create any mental image when we read it are called abstract words. So example for abstract words are rivers names, mountains names, kings names, countries names, scientific names, elements name. If you take chemistry, there are 118 elements. They are all abstract, they are all different. How to learn and remember them? Then scientific names, what is the name of vitamins, what is the name of medicine? There are so many things. Everything is different, everything is abstract. Every country and the capital, the name of the mountains, rivers in those countries, they are all different. And who are the kings ruled each and every country. So the names are different. Not only kings, even the people names, no, they are all abstract. So we need to put some effort to learn and remember them. So these kind of words are called abstract words because they do not create any image instantly when we read it. And the third type of information is numbers. Numbers are also abstract. For example, here I have given the names of three mountains in Colorado State in USA: Mount Elbert, Mount Massive, Mount Howard. First of all, these name Elbert, Massive, Howard, these words are all abstract in the very first place. First, they need to be learned, and then the height of each mountain is different. So Mount Elbert is 4401.2 meters. Then Mount Massive is 4398 meters. Then Mount Howard is 4395.6 meters. So how to learn and remember these numbers? Because these numbers are abstract. Suppose we repeat again and again, we may be able to remember for a couple of hours or at most for a couple of days. Suppose we want to remember it forever. If we want to take it to your long-term memory, is this enough? Just to read them again and again for a few times? It is not enough. So they need to be processed in a different way. See, all the three types of information. So far what we have seen, concrete words, abstract words, and numbers, they all different. They all need to be processed in a different way in order to learn, store, and retain and recall. Everything should be processed in a different way. The example for numbers, you take temperature, pressure, volume in chemistry, physics. All these things comes, temperature, pressure, volume, mass, everything comes. In science subject, all these things comes. And if you take politics, economics, commerce, budget will come. Every budget involves numbers. You take geography, height of the mountain, length of the river, what is the percentage of the minerals in each and every country in the world. Okay, all these things are numbers. Everything is number. So all the things need to be processed differently. Concrete words, abstract words and numbers. So how our brain takes in all those information. So before that we take a computer. How computer stores information. So you feed the computer with pictures or in any language, English, Spanish, Tamil, French, German, they are all different. And then numbers, then again it's different. So picture or any language or numbers, if you are feeding into a computer, how the computer take them inside and store them. They take them inside and cannot store them as it is, because computer's language is binary digits. Therefore it has to convert all the information fed into the computer into the machine language, that is binary digits. It stores the information only in the form of binary digits. When you want that information back, all the binary digits will be converted back into the original form. Suppose you have converted you have fed pictures into computer, it converts the picture into binary digits and stores them. And when you want it back, the same binary digits will be converted back into the picture and will be given out as output. Suppose you have fed English, some English language, some English words into the computer. It converts them into binary digits and stores them. When you want the output back, it converts the same binary digits into the same English words and will be given out as output. Same thing for other languages and numbers also. But computer cannot store the information as it is fed into. They need to convert into that is computer language, that is machine language, that is binary digits. That is how it stores. And from the machine language again it converts back into the original form before it is given out as output. In the same way, how brain takes the information, how it stores and how it can give out the same information again. So we have seen three types of information, no? Concrete words, abstract words and numbers. Concrete words and abstract words come from any different language or maybe a picture. And the numbers also abstract. So all these things, once it comes to our brain, so all these three informations comes through our five senses only. And once it reaches the brain, it cannot be stored as it was received. All of them should be converted into pictorial form. See, concrete words are ready-made, no? So immediately it triggers some image in our mind. Therefore it can be easily stored. But abstract words, we are not getting any image instantly. Therefore they need to be processed to be converted into some meaningful picture. That is to be converted into brain-friendly language. Similarly, numbers also. Numbers are very tough to remember. So they need to be converted into brain-friendly language picture. So what technique is there in order to convert the abstract words and the numbers into pictorial form? We will be learning all of them in the upcoming videos one by one. Okay, once it is converted into picture and stored in the brain, and whenever you want the same output what you fed into, the picture will be converted into the same original form and will be given out as output. So that is the secret of a brain. So brain can store information only in brain-friendly language, that is picture. See, out of all five senses, 90% is picture, 5% is sound. The remaining 3% only, the other three senses will be used for storing the information. 90% our brain can store in the form of picture. All the other senses can only aid in order to remember the picture. See, suppose you are standing on the middle of a road and you are looking ahead and you can see a mango tree, tall mango tree, 2 kilometers away. But you cannot hear the sound it makes and you cannot get the smell and taste of the mango from 2 kilometers away. And if you go near the mango tree, maybe around 50 meters away from the mango tree, you can get the sound it makes. And if you go near the mango tree, you can get the smell of the mango. And if you stretch your hand and you can touch the mango and you can get the feel whether it is hard, soft, everything you can feel it, and only when you bite it you can taste it, isn't it? See, all the among all these five senses, the more predominant sense is visual sense. You can see the mango tree 2 kilometers away. So the visual sense is more predominant than the other four senses. That is why we are giving much importance here for the brain. So a picture is worth more than 1,000 words, isn't it? So that is why the proverb is given. A picture is worth more than 1,000 words. Out of all five senses, picture sense is more predominant. So that is why all the information coming to our brain through our sensors are first converted into pictorial form and stored there. For example, you take three different eatables. One is egg, the other one is potato, and then butter. So egg is soft and potato is hard and butter is semi-solid, so soft solid. But when you are cooking it, say for example, when you boil the egg, the soft egg becomes hard. But when you boil the same potato, what happens? The hard potato becomes soft. And here when you heat the butter, semi-solid butter, it turns into liquid. So when the eatable is processed by the same way, they are converted into different types of products. Same thing here, all the different kinds of information coming to the brain need to be processed in such a way we get brain friendly product, or it should be converted into some form which is brain friendly and that can be stored there in the brain so that we can take it out whenever we want to use them. Hope it's very clear to you. So now let us recap. What are the three types of information? Concrete words, abstract words, and numbers. So those words which can be seen as a picture, or those words which can trigger some image in our mind as we read, is called concrete words. Then what are abstract words? Those words which do not create any image in our mind as we read are called abstract words. And numbers, 0 to 9 are numbers, they are also abstract. So how these words can be converted into brain-friendly pictorial form. So that is what is the secret of our memory, and that is what we will be learning in the upcoming videos. Hope you like it, and if you like it, please click the like button and subscribe my channel for more and instant updates. Thank you very much for watching. Until we meet next time, bye bye.